The final match, Battlefield of Eternity, is kicking us off, everybody. We have Granit Gaming against Team RageQuit. I still feel sorry for the cats that didn't make it into the final series, but here we are. This match is going to decide which team makes it into the grand final match. Well, not the grand final match, sorry. The grand final event in Paris. So who goes to the offline event? Is it going to be Granit Gaming or Team RageQuit? We've been playing... I mean, Masters Clash is a bit of a chaotic tournament at times, but we've been here for a long, long time. We had qualification tournaments, determined the final 8 teams, moved into a round-robin phase with best of 2s. 3 teams qualified through that directly for Paris, and now the 4th one is being decided through a step-ladder system, through a gauntlet that is being played out. The Cats had an incredible run. They played such a fantastic tournament here towards the end, but they were not able to take down Granit Gaming. And now we're looking over here with Battlefield of Eternity at the first map between Granit Gaming and Team RageQuit. Team RageQuit came in 4th in this round robin system that I was talking about a little bit earlier, so they only have to win one single best of 5. But this is what it comes down to. This is the series that it comes down to. Is it going to be Granit Gaming that goes to Paris, or will it be Team RageQuit? So it's going to be spicy. Team RageQuit, they have the one situation. I mean, they could watch the entire day, right? So the previous series was a complete best of 5 that went to the final map. So we had all 5 maps being played out, which on the one hand means that Granit Gaming is definitely warmed up. On the other hand, it means that they have already played for roughly 3 hours here today, just before they entered into now this match. And of course, Team RageQuit could watch all of it. So they could check it out, could have a look at this and be like, okay, how do we deal with this? Is there anything that stands out to us that we don't want to deal with, that we ban out? And you can tell from the bans that they are specifically targeting Whoopi right now. They're banning Blaze, they're banning Urel. So they're getting rid of both of the heroes that could make a big impact through him. And they take for themselves Hanzo and Anduin. Marcus using Brightwing now. Ooh, and we have Quacknix. So Quacknix was actually not a part of the first series today. Seems like Smexy had to leave. Okay, that's actually wild. So Smexy isn't here. I don't know if that only is the case for map number 1 or for the entire series. Quacknix and Azerite have, of course, both been playing in that damage role throughout the entire season. Every team has at least one sub that every now and then comes in. But right now, that is a bit wild, because you are now playing Make into an off role, which isn't impossible for him. But Smexio, of course, was the one that has really been doing a lot with this, especially his aggressive Kharazim plays for them in a lot of the previous series. So we'll see how Make adjusts to that and how Quacknix and Sylvanas is going to perform in game number 1 here. Genji banned. Sonya is banned as well. I mean, they're really just targeting Whoopi wherever they can. They go for Hogger. If anything, I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't either ban Thrall or that they didn't ban Dehaka, because both of them are still good picks for him. And actually in the previous series on Battlefield of Eternity, Whoopi chose Thrall. Of course, you can also go for Sonya, but still it's interesting to me that Sonya is the one that stands out to them compared to all of the other side laners that Whoopi can still pick. Now, you're never going to end up in a situation where Whoopi doesn't find a good and solid choice for his side lane role, but that it was Sonya that intimidated them the most is definitely interesting. So we get a Nubarak here, and we get Imperius for Whoopi. Very strong hero still, offers a lot of CC, offers a lot of damage to them. And it leaves us with the final pick for Limu. And this time it's Tracer. He's Genji banned. There's Tracer. Game number 1, everybody. The best of 5. We have Granit Gaming going up against Team RageQuit. Team RageQuit on the left side in blue. We got Shizakid on Diablo. Limu and Tracer. I'm actually happy that we're seeing Tracer, because I've mentioned it in the best of 5 that we casted before that I kind of miss her a little bit. So here comes No Game No Life with Hanzo. We got Renella on Anduin. Murenas is playing Hogger. And to the right side of the map, Granit Gaming with Make on Brightwing, with Whoopi on Imperius. We got Azerite on Liming, Breeze on Nubarak, and Quacknix is playing Sylvanas. I actually don't even know if Quacknix is already he's already a daddy, right? Yeah, Quark's life is honestly a pretty interesting one. So apparently before HGC, he was a solid tennis player, then of course a pro player with HGC, and then afterwards he started to focus a little bit on paddle tennis, which he is apparently very good at and is high up in the Swedish national ranking. Travels regularly to Spain for that, for training camps. That's, by the way, how I found out that paddle tennis is big in Spain. First of all, I had to find out what paddle tennis is in the first place. But then once I knew, I realized that it is actually very popular in Spain. I'm not quite sure if it was invented in Spain, but it is very popular here. So either way. And yeah, so he might already be a dad or not. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, definitely a very interesting journey for him. And is also streaming a little bit more lately. I think it's the off season for paddle tennis. But yeah, just a little bit of a glimpse from that. Just generally, it's interesting to see how a lot of the lives of the guys have been developed. Shrimpy is now living in China, married to a Chinese girl, apparently. God, I don't even remember all of that. But he posted pictures on Instagram, and it's kind of funny, especially for like Chinese cultures. A lot of these dates, like weddings and everything, have such a huge importance. There's so much that gets heavily staged there. It's kind of funny when you see the pictures. It was true for Korea too, but when he posted pictures from the wedding, it was a little bit surreal. Anyways, a bit of a tangent about some of the players here. So we have a bit of early game poke, and destroying the wall this early in the game is of course already a nice start for Granit Gaming as they're beginning with all of this. We have still bot side more pressure coming through as they are looking for a kill as well. I mean, in an ideal world, of course, you know, try to poke down the hit points on the fort a little bit and prep for that. But the camp has been on the map for quite some time and nobody really dealt with it, so now they're making their move there. Level 1, we got the Tracer rounds for Tracer. Yep, bit of an adjustment here from Limu. And talking about Tracer, she's now topside, but I think Wooby sniffed that out already, so I don't think he's going to be surprised by that. Well, actually, he might not have seen it. Okay, so Tracer's coming in, they're trying to go for the kill here, and with Brightwing moving in, oh, they save Wooby for now, but maybe not for long enough. Yeah, Wooby is going to die, and Hogga makes it out. First blood in the game is the side laner, as the camp at the bottom of the map is also taking some of the hit points off the fort. On the right side of the map, we currently have the push straight up for the first camp. With the objective spawning, you want to have that side lane pressure, of course. So yeah, let's go. Each team taking one. Immortals are already up. Nobody really dealing with them. It's all just about the lane pressure instead. We have Nubarak slowing the blue team down as they are now attempting to bring Hanzo at least in position so he can use his level 4 and chunk it down heavily. But Granit Gaming has apparently decided that first and foremost they want to try and take another wall down without the help of the objective. And they've done some significant damage here. But now Quacknix and Azerite are going for the Immortal and attempt to take the lead here. So it's going to be a bit of a race, and technically they are ahead. Hanzo, yeah, he's chunking it down quickly, but I don't think they can catch up on this. So it seems like the halftime show goes to, oh, well, maybe not. Goes to the red team. Maybe not so fast, because as it turns out, Brightwing is dead. Brightwing gets eliminated. And yes, off we go. Quick stun into the wall. Breeze gets dropped here. Sorry, not drop, gets pushed around a little bit. Yeah, we don't want to jump ahead here. Might happen, but so far it seems like it's going to be Wooby that is under more pressure. And yes, he dies again. So Wooby is down. Okay, Wooby is actually down for the second time now. 3 kills to 0 in favor of Team RageQuit. So they're doing really nicely on kills, but they are still struggling a bit to dominate the objective here. Now, don't get me wrong, they're slightly ahead on the objective, and with Hanzo they should be able to get it. But it's really more the team fights that they're excelling at right now. But they should be able to get this one, and indeed they do. If you have Hanzo with his level 4, he is just such a monster when it comes to immortal damage. So this is getting better and better for Team RageQuit. Now they're in this nice position where they can, of course, just play this one series and really prepare for their opponents, and then go to Paris if they do everything right. And I guess it's going to take a toll eventually for the Granit Gaming players to play this many games in a row. Also, there is this one thing with Smexy, and I have to follow up on this. I need to double check after the first game what's happening there, why he's not here. if he is only sitting out for one map or two, or if he's really gone for the entire series. Now, Quag is, of course, a pretty solid sub to have, but he's not playing the same role, and that's a problem. The top wall taken down. Get another wall stun coming in. Yeah, Breeze gets attacked again, but he's also slowing down the approach of RageQuit Gaming time and time again. But here they are coming in with Whoopi at the side, and Whoopi is again low. Whoopi needs to be really careful with this. He is getting farmed here. Limo takes him apart, might die for it. No, he is able to make it out. And now Quack... Ah, too greedy. Yeah. I mean, Limo is a great player, and he obviously is always aggressive and really on the edge with his plays, but in this case, less would have been more. Just walking away from this and deciding to leave it at that one kill might have been a bit better for them, buying the time for Morenas at the bot lane to do even more structural damage. As Tracer falls, the top lane can still be attacked, and that's what they're doing, so they're trying to get into a position where they might be able to get a few more kills in. And, well, they can. So this time it is Brightwing that goes down. But Shizakid is paying for the kill. They're losing Diablo. But you can see already at the experience that it is a massive win for the blue team. They have level 10, half level ahead. Tracer and Li Ming are both dead. And they're going for Whoopi once more. So, damn, they are locking in those kills time and time again. I mean, right now, we're literally looking at 7 kills to 2, a 1 level advantage with level 10 abilities already on the board for them. And they are just crushing this early game. Now, I personally believe that once that we are having the level 10 abilities on the sides of the red team too, this is gonna change. But boy, what a combo. Hanzo's arrow into the apocalypse. That is a tricky one to pull off properly. Oftentimes the arrow gets detected and then they are simply moving out of it and you lost 2 of your abilities. But they are really crushing it. I mean, Jesus! Brightwing is dead again. Marke is just being slapped around here time and time again as they are moving for the first fort of the game. Objective hasn't been attacked yet. Hogger dies, so finally a counter kill, but holy hell, what an opening by the blue team. Here it is again, by the way. Look for the arrow. So we have the arrow coming in, and then, of course, bam, the apocalypse right there. Great timing that led to multiple kills and the destruction of the fort. But the party continues as Diablo gets kebabbed. The big shashlik against him. And that is another kill. So they're getting, just as Hoggar spawns at the Nexus, a kill against another frontliner. And the momentum is shifting in favor of Granit Gaming. It's wild. It's honestly such a great start into game number 1 of the best of 5. It's awesome. Yeah, another hit. Light bomb. Brightwing is there. And Li Ming explodes. And Marke is about to die too. Tracer is moving in for it. And Limo is just crushing them. But at the same time, he's also incredibly low in a lot of these cases. And they are trying to go for the counter kill. Talking about kills, Whoopi is about to fall again. Yeah, Imperius is dead. They save Morenas down here. Sylvanas got Hanzo'd. This is insane. This is fucking insane. 13 to 4 kills. Team RageQuit is now 1.5 levels ahead. They already destroyed a fort. Now they're going for the Immortal. Their own has lost a lot of hit points earlier, so Azerite is still trying to win it for the team. But with Hanzo, they can, of course, now slowly poke it down. But even if Granit Gaming wins it, the shield is gonna be pretty low. Now, Hanzo is now back to business and can help them out here. It's a 5 versus 5. The 13 talent advantage, of course, still a thing. But yes, likely a victory on the objective for Granit Gaming, but we're not there just yet. The battle is still continuing, but they're focusing in on it. Arrow is dodged, and this time the Epoch didn't hit either. But Brightwing is dead again. 5 deaths. Oh my god, Jesus. 15 kills. What the hell is happening here? Like, Whoopi is about to get crushed too. The god that I don't believe in is not smiling on Granit Gaming. They lost now Whoopi 6 times. And Brightwing also died 5 times. So the objective can still be won by Granit Gaming, but the fact alone that they're pulling this heavily ahead in kills and experience is just insane. It's crazy. 17 kills to 4 right now. And they're absolutely crushing it here. 0 respect from the beginning. Just full on slaughter mode by Team RageQuit. Now, we have seen in this particular tournament, and especially in the previous series, so many encounters where a team pulled aggressively ahead in the early game, then made a few mistakes in the late game, and paid the price. So, right now, Team RageQuit just has to decide for themselves at what point do they want to play this a little bit safer. Currently, they can exploit that level 13 talent advantage, they can exploit the Immortal at the bot lane, they have the advantage through structures that they destroyed. But how deep do they go with these pushes? How much do they try to accomplish here? Because what they need to prevent from happening is them getting farmed as they're attempting to retreat. And Whoopi is already waiting here in the wings. Once level 13 is ready for Granit. Oh my god! What a combo! Get wrecked! They're getting completely murdered! What a beautiful play! Hanzo arrow into Diablo Apocalypse, into Light Bomb. Guys, that was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. No game, no life, chasing Breeze. The keep is about to die, but check this one out. Look at this. This was so well done. Here comes the arrow, bam, hits 3. Apocalypse is there immediately, and then the light bomb as a follow-up. That was crazy. What a fantastic play. I haven't seen the Hanzo arrow into Apocalypse plays in a long time. The reason why most teams shy away from it as a combo is because it is high risk, high reward. If your opponent sees it coming and they dodge the arrow, you have used 2 to 3 ults and you've got nothing. But if it happens like here, oh wow, beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Then again, now we have also Liming eliminated. The camp is taken by the red team, but they're losing even more. They're getting farmed right now. They are turning this into a farming simulator. Brightwing gets absolutely fucked by the arrow. I mean, arrow right between its ugly dead eyes, and that is another big one. Guys, we have a 5-man team wipe. That battle, Whoopi the first one to fall. Look at that arrow coming for Brightwing here. The arrow just pops Brightwing like a pimple. 16 to 13, and now they changed. They actually changed. So at this point, we are having 25 kills, 2-4, and they're coming towards the top lane now. So they decided to not go for the core, and honestly, I think that's a great decision because the death timers are really low. It might have worked out, but this is a big risk that they're taking. They have a 4-level lead nearly over the opposition. They have a level 16 talent advantage. They should have 0 problems of getting another objective here, and then they can play around that. So this is looking fantastic for them. They can do a great job at this point by simply playing the objective and playing it slow. They're going for Quacknix again. They nearly get the kill here. Azerite gets taken down too. So once more a kill against Liming. It's an absolute slapdown in game number 1. And Nubarak is dead too. This is crazy. Team RageQuit is going through Granit Gaming like hot butter through cheese. Game number 1 of this best of 5 is an absolute disaster for the red team. They are just finding no foothold on this one. Like, none whatsoever. They lost the keep already. The Immortal is being focused. It should be nearly 100% on the shield. And that top lane is going to be in trouble. And within trouble, I mean that it is very likely this keep falls. And if a few kills can be taken together with it, we are most likely going to see this game taken. So there it is. But off we go. We got still the Immortal with 100% shield, 14 minutes into the game. The push towards the top. Morenas is doing his thing. 0 deaths, by the way, on Hanzo and on Anduin. And they are trapping Hanzo. Apocalypse gets used. Can they get a kill? Macke! They can't get the kill, and this time Tracer dies. It's a trap, and this one worked out beautifully well. There's a different story. They can't get any kills here. It's a 3 versus 5 right now. They're buying a little bit of time. They want Macke, and they get Macke. The Fruit Fly is dead again. The catapults on the core are taking the shield down slowly, but now we have another kill on Hogger, and they're chasing Breeze. But the catapults, they have done a bit of damage. They have also taken down the tower in the middle. But that is the first time in this series that Granit Gaming got massively ahead in a fight and is now able to slowly get some momentum going for themselves. It might be too little too late, but this is the first time that they're really showing their teeth here. We have them with level 16 talents now. That in and of itself is already worth a lot. Can they bring this back though? That's the big question. Even without the assistance, the keep has nearly fallen. But it's still a 2.5 level gap between the two teams. So Team RageQuit is, of course, waiting for level 20 talents next. Level 20 is the next thing that they're going to be waiting for here. It's the next thing that they're trying to use in order to win all of this. Get that Storm talent. Use it either for an objective or simply siege up on your opponent's keep and take it down. They have quite a lot of options for this. And the next objective hasn't been announced yet, so there's still plenty of time for them. But yeah, it is wild. It's a wild, wild series. Once again, a trap. You can really tell how the red team is currently playing this. They're 5-manning the map in an attempt to get these kills and then take it from there. But now the counterplay. Arrow after arrow, stun after stun. The APOC came through too and they're getting a kill. No, they're losing Hogger. Hogger is down, but Sylvanas dies. Look at these two. This could have been another double kill for the red team. But instead, Sylvanas died. And in the meantime, the camp has taken out the top. So another keep has fallen. It's 4 versus 4 on the map and the keep is gonzo. What a game. This is just the opening into this best of 5. Just the opening game. So, yeah. Nicely done. With this, what do we have now? We got 29 kills to 8. Oh boy. 29 kills to 8. Shiza Kid, yeah, they want to go for another kill into the APOC, perfect combo, and Anubarak is dead. And here's the follow-up. These light bomb engages with Trace are beautiful. They didn't get Genji in the draft. Another arrow zones them out slightly. This one wasn't on point, but they still steal the camp away, and now they can utilize the 5 versus 3 advantage and the level 20 advantage to take the objective. And of course, with not a single keep standing in both lanes now being pressured by Shaman Cams and Catapults, there is absolutely nothing that can be done by Granit Gaming. They're 2 levels behind. They need to deal with these lanes. They are hoping for some kind of weird insta blow against one of the squishies. They certainly can't do it against Diablo. But this is the beginning of the end, very, very likely. Oh boy, yeah, so top side, they need to deal with this. They're still trying to trap. 5-man is going to be back, and they get the kill. This is what they waited for, and they got it. It's unfucking-believable. This is unbelievable. How do things like this keep happening? Team RageQuit, they need to play it a little bit safer when they are in such a dominant position. Tracer was lost, the objective hasn't been taken yet, the core has lost 24 points, that was the sacrifice that they needed to make, and now they're getting another kill. No, they don't! Li Ming is dead and Morenas is alive, Bright Ming is dead too. What is happening here? 42 kills in this game, 18 minutes on Battlefield of fucking eternity, and now the catapults are pressuring the red team's core again. There's the kill on Sylvanas. Quatnix is dead again. It is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. That's the end of it. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Congratulations to Team RageQuit. I mean, honestly, congratulations to us as the viewers, because that was a really entertaining series and a great opening for this. But of course, now it's the end of the rope here for Granit Gaming in game number 1. Battlefield of Eternity goes to the blue team. They're going to take the core down here. We have 43 kills by now. And with 42% and the catapults moving in, there's just no denying anymore who's going to take this. 35 to 9, 35 to 10, 36. Wer hat noch nicht? Wer will nochmal? Here we go. It's gonna be the end of game number 1 in this best of 5 as Team RageQuit locks in the W and takes it on Battlefield of Eternity. Incredible.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
46 kills? If game 1 wasn't a blast, then I don't know what is. So we have Tomb of the Spider Queen as the second map coming up now. And I just have to believe that they are going to change things slightly. Now, Smexy still isn't there. I didn't even get an answer to my question. It happened so fast that it really just hosted the map. Boom. started it up, so we didn't even get an answer on the question of what's going on with Smexy, but I can only assume that he had other commitments. And he's not going to play in the series because he's still not back. They're still playing this year with Macke. And I don't want to blame it on that simple transition that they just lost. But obviously it doesn't help when you have a player like Macke suddenly switch into a support role. Doesn't mean that he never plays the support when he's like solo training on Storm League or whatnot or playing with some friends. But there is still a difference of you putting a damage dealer into a support role than when you have an actual main support doing the job. So there's that. Jojo and Lucio, those are the two bans that we're seeing for the red team. On the blue team side, it's Blaze and Junkrat that get eliminated. Now, we also still have Chromie around, which I just mentioned because we had Chromie played quite a few times in the previous Best of 5 by Granit Gaming, and that might be something that they're considering doing it again. Hogger is the early pick, and Hanzo plus Rega for Team RageQuit, who are now in the lead. They're only 2 map wins away from qualifying for Paris. Now, I gotta admit that I'm not 100% certain what actually happens if they qualify. Because they have... I mean, they are fully Russian-Ukrainian. Actually, at this point, I'm not even 100% certain if they have a Ukrainian player of their, or if they are a full Russian team. Most of the teams that we had were mixed teams with some Russians and some Ukrainians. With Team RageQuit, I'm honestly not 100% certain right now. Would have to double check on that later. But I don't know if they can come. So that is another real interesting twist to all of this. Now, I assume that they can. Because what else? I mean, they might just play for the prize money here. But either way, that might be a discussion to have if they actually take that 4th spot. Granit Gaming, they made already 1 reverse sweep happen here today. They might be able to start another comeback here, so there's that. But at this point, we got Hanzo, we got Rega. And yes, with Stukov now locked in, with Tychus locked in. I'm going StarCraft. Ah, look at that. Stukov and Tychus. I mean, you could go for a full StarCraft team, but we don't have it here. Would be kind of neat if you had a full StarCraft team, but yeah. Honestly, lore teams don't do that much for me, but it is kind of funny. So, yeah. Either way, we got Urel, we got Garrosh. So, nice front line. A lot of displacement that they are playing with here. A lot of pushing around for sure. And the final 2 picks for the red team. What is Granit Gaming gonna get here? Breeze and Quacknix. What is Quack gonna play? Falstad. He's back on the bird. Falstad on the bird. Breeze with the frontliner. We have still his Diablo is up at Nubrak. Tyrael, he goes for Tyrael. Plays him. And with the final one, we have Limu. Yeah, he played a fantastic Tracer in game number 1. This time his Genji's open. He takes it. Tumulus Spider Queen, everybody. Here we go. Granit Gaming against Team RageQuit. Game number 2. Game number 2, RageQuit on the left with Shizakid on Garrosh. We got Morenas on Urel. No Game, No Life on Hanzo. Limu on Genji. And Renella on Rega. So, game number 2. Can they pull ahead even further? Or is this where we will have Granit Gaming making a stand? Macke is playing Tychus for the team this time. So, he's not on the support. Azerite is the one playing Stukov for them now. Whoopi on the side lane with Hogger. We have Breeze on Tyrael and Quacknix on Falstad. Get this show on the road. So, who is gonna take it here? Who will pull ahead? Who has a chance to win this one? Is it gonna be the 2-0 advantage for the blue team as they are trying to qualify for Paris? Or are we instead seeing Granit Gaming coming back with a bit of vengeance here? They want to go for the first kill and they get it! Garrosh is down! Granit Gaming coming in with a big bang as they are popping Garrosh. They drop the front line and can now take control of the rotation between the mid and the top lane in particular. Breeze is already aggressively threatening rotations between the 2 lanes. Genji. Limu is really the one to watch out for again, because he on his Tracer did already a lot of work, especially of course with the combo with Anduin with the light bomb in game number 1. Now he still has the opportunity to go for kills on especially of course the birdie. So he's gonna target Falstad quite a bit if he gets a chance. So we have to watch out for that. Down at the bottom of the map in the meantime, we're having also a play, maybe? Morenas is still fine. Grenade might hit him, but even that he dodges. It wouldn't have killed him either. Seems like Hogger is going to try and take the camp, but that has been more or less already sniffed out. So another thing that they need to be careful of. Can they take it? Yeah, Maka is even moving in. Okay, so Whoopi gets it. Maka is helping out. The blue team just didn't have enough here so that they could contest it, and they were also locked into this fight on the lane itself. So another one to consider. Still another playmate for Breeze this time. Limu is also low. Breeze gets bullied around by them, but he's still fine and makes his way out of the battle as Morenas and Limu are both dropping low in HP and have to retreat themselves. So yeah, it is that back and forth that just continues from game number 1. On the last map, it was definitely the blue team that was just reigning supreme. I mean, these guys just murdered. But it's a lot about momentum, especially when you're playing on the map like Tomb of the Spider Queen, where every single kill that you get can really cause your opponent to fall further and further behind if you're able to also take a couple of kills and take the gems away from them. So by now we have level 4 talents for both of the teams. And yeah, we still have camps taken. So it's a bit more of a camp focus from the red team. Granted, the Bruiser camp is now about to be taken by the boys in blue too, but there's already a Bruiser camp marching through the middle as they are trying to take those towers down. 1 kill, 2 zeros, all that we got. But there's at least some pressure from them. We have still Falsat at the top, so they're making sure that they're not only pressuring one lane, but moving in on 3 at the same time, really forcing some reaction out of the blue team, who's currently defending with 4 heroes in the middle. Master Assassin again for Tychus, so again, the passive is the important component of the talent here. It's not about the stacks, it's all about the passive that you get. That being said, if we get as many kills as on last map again, then there's definitely a chance that you complete that too. But normally, the truth of the matter is, if you are playing on this level and you're picking Master Assassin with Tychus, most of the time you don't complete the talent at all. And in the rare cases where you do complete it, it usually doesn't play a role anymore. I've seen it completed a couple of times where they were already going for the core, for example. So most of the time, it's not really giving you a real advantage there. But either way, we got down to the bottom of the map. Still our 1 versus 1. Of course, the blue team still looking for kills, and they're looking for Breeze. Breeze is hiding in the minion wave here. Okay, so no kill. RageQuit is trying to gank him, but Breeze is just playing this out very safely. No real troubles here for him. Still interrupts, of course. Quite important, but it seems like they are... Yeah, they're getting at least Shizakid's gems delivered. And now No Game No Life is trying to go for the 18, but Breeze is still guarding the turn-in spot. It's all about turn-in number 1, of course. Both teams have level 7, and we have 21 gems turned in against the 8 that Granit Gaming delivered for now. And down to the bottom of the map. Whoopi is alive for now, and he dies. Yeah, Morenas takes him down. Irel, the Space Goat. They might lose Shizakid here, but Maka is also low. Shizakid is actually really trying to play this out. I have no idea why he thought that was a great idea. They can't even get the counter kill, as it seems. Or does he have the Swift Strike? No, he does not. And now Genji dies. This was honestly a situation that looked really good for them, and then they started to just YOLO and int a little bit too hard. The aggression from game number 1 doesn't work out here anymore, and now No Game No Life. Wow. Oh, 38 points. That would have been 20 gems that he would have lost there. That is quite the rescue. If he doesn't get the gems for them, that's a massive setback that they would have suffered there. Really, really big problem. So, alright. With that, we now have still the red Web Weaver wave. They turned in, of course. They got the kills, and then they were like, alright, boys, this is the opportunity. Let's turn in right away. So they made that happen. We have 3 kills, 2-1. Got all the top side approach right now. Quacknix still playing careful as Genji is trying to take him on. But now we have Siege Giant. This bot lane is in trouble. Siege Giants and Web Weaver Wave, they're likely going to lose that fort. And it also opens up space at the mid and top lane for an additional push. And they also had an experience now too. So things are getting just better and better here for Granit Gaming, as you can see. Yeah, the fort is about to fall. Hanzo is dead too. Granit Gaming. Someone got a little bit mad after game number 1, didn't they? Yeah, they're coming in with a lot of aggression as they're now trying to show them how it's done and that they're not these helpless not as helpless as it seemed in the first game. Level 10, they have a level lead on that. Bam, shockwave, bam, kill number 1, kill number 2. Get wrecked, son. Yeah, there's Odin. They want more. And this is every single keep on the map that is going to fall now. They're going to lose every single... well, fort, not keep. I keep saying keep today for some reason. So yeah, just a bit of an idea. Like, look at this. Look at the shockwave that comes from Hogger as they're getting those kills in. They get level 10, they pick it quickly, Urel dies, and now they're even going for the bottom keep. So we have 6 kills to 1, 11 to 9, and they have pushed the keep down to 50% HP. Now, they don't get the kill here just yet, but guys, this is still incredible. We are talking about a 7-minute game. Keep on half HP, all of the forts gone, and denying most of the gems to the opponent, or a lot of them at least, and now even sneaking in that camp. Arrow comes in, but they take the camp. They take the camp, and now they got the aura too. Red team shouldn't fight, blue team shouldn't fight here. This is not really a great spot to battle out with your opponent if you have an aura against you like this. So yes, here we go. They're coming in, 6 kills to 1, and they're absolutely dominating the space, taking the bruiser camp. And this is such a big advantage for Granit Gaming. They really want to smack them hard now. It's a bit of a statement that they're making here too. This is not only about them coming in saying, alright, we need to put a point on the board, but the way that they are doing it is really making a bit of a statement. And I probably should highlight this. This was the map choice of the blue team. Granit Gaming decided for first pick, first ban, so the map was chosen by Team RageQuit. Here's the turn-in attempt. Stukov is such annoying. Stukov is such an annoying bastard when it comes to this. Like, look at what he went for. Stukov went on his level 1 for the low blow and then into the growing infestation. And the growing infestation is not really a sexual innuendo that the StarCraft player is dropping here. No. It is instead him just being as obnoxious as possible around the turn-in because he can literally control the entire turn-in spot and just make sure that you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And there's no stitches that can instantly punish him for it. They even got a kill on Genji now. And they're now going for the boss too. 7 kills to 1, 2-level lead, 13 talent advantage. They go for the boss. And they got to turn it. Now, this is going to be a trade. Gems for boss defense. That's what's going to happen here. Yeah, no game, no life. He's trying to activate the camp. That's actually a pretty smart move too. So they're going to get the web weavers and they're going to get the camp at the bot lane as they're turning in now. But they're waiting also a long time for this. I'm not quite sure if I'm really a fan of that. The timing needed to be a little bit different here. Because that top boss is now going to get more damage in than they probably wanted. Yeah, very, very likely. So they might get that keep. At this point, losing a fort, if you can take a keep, who gives a fuck? Great arrow, though. Oh, and the sanctification saving the day for them. But the battle is still ongoing. Siege Giants at the bot lane. Web Weavers too. That top keep might still be able to defend it. Falset is now using his global to retreat, and the keep still stands. So 2 keeps that are incredibly low at this point in time. And here they're making their move. They're making their move quickly to take the Web Weavers down. No aggression from the blue team thus far. Azerite is at the bottom of the map. Not even the wall has fallen yet. They might lose the towers, but the fort is going to be completely fine. And at any point, this could be taken down. This could be eliminated. They still hold that talent advantage over Team RageQuit. But yeah, that is just such a dominant performance currently from Granit Gaming. They really weren't happy with the result of the first map. Understandably so. Now, they still have a turn-in that they could use now. 10 gems have been turned in. They hold 47. Easily enough for another Web Weaver wave. And on top of that, if they can just time it properly, they will have level 16 as they go in with that. So, yeah, we'll see how that's going to work out for them. 10 to 55. Off we go. Limu is getting attacked too. Oh, careful. Ah, the shockwave doesn't connect. They were gambling on this one a little bit. But honestly, if they get the kill there, that would be a turn-in, that would be a Web Weaver wave, that would be a push. They saw the arrow coming and dodged out on it quickly. Yeah, it's a bit of a wild game. I like the counter-aggression, but look at Falstad. Quarknix is just macro playing the shit out of this. Now, he needs to fly out here. Needs to fly out, or Hearth. Yep, and he flies away as we speak. Nice gamble! Damn! That was a really good call. They knew that he was coming. There's the X strike. Oh boy. Quark, you've been outplayed, baby. You have been outplayed, my friend. But outplayed hard. That was such a beautiful performance. They saw him retreat. They realized what would happen. And they just gambled and tried to figure out where he would land. As they push with the web weavers, check this one out. Have a look at this. Unfortunately, alright, caught it a bit late, but he still tried to gust here. And of course, Limo had to play around it, so he gets the solo kill against Falset underneath the fort. It was still well done, but such a great performance here. That was really cool. Falstead, he can come back into this. Level 16, it is ready now. And in comes the push at the top for the keep. And of course, at the bot lane, likely another keep is gonna fall. They're so far ahead, they might go for core once that Falstad is back if he arrives in time. And then again, we have the arrow down here at the bottom. Breeze! Yep, there's the kill on the front line. He's down, but one keep is gone. The second keep is about to fall. The one in the middle is also taking damage, so it is going to be a big problem. Now, Hanzo gets taken down by Falstad, but we still have Limo aiming for a kill on Market that he so far couldn't get. The core needs to be defended, and that's where Urel is coming into action, as she's sitting in around the core trying to deal with it. But they are moving in for Shizakid, and they might just get that kill here too. Limo's coming in again, gets pushed into a wall, and protected as a right. He's dead, but so is Genji. Genji is down, Rega is eliminated. They're going for Garrosh, and that leaves only Urel for the defense, and they will take that keep. Every single keep on the map has been destroyed now. Team RageQuit has nothing except for the core, and the core has already lost its shield. It's down to 85%. There's catapults pushing on every single lane with now no counter pressure. Not a single fort was dropped. 81%. Whoopi, he might die here. He's still trying to escape, but he gets Hanzo'd. But that is, of course, a massive setback now for Granit Gaming. It is highly unlikely that they are going to bring this one back. Not impossible, but highly unlikely. 5 kills to 11, 81% on the core. They don't have a keep any longer. And boss is up. Siege Giants are up. Their Bruiser camp is up. There is so much that they can get right now. Alright, so here we are. We got on the left side Renella, Limo, and No Game No Life going for the play here. On the top, it seems... Yeah, okay, they're just double checking on the boss. I was for a second thinking that they tried to exploit the 5 versus 4 situation. And let's go. 5 kills, 2-11. I'm not sure if I like that. Backdooring is not a bad move, but why would you do it? You don't have to. Like, it's probably going to work out, but it's still a bit of a risk. I guess they have Sanctification. They have also the Gust. But it's one of those things you're going to have to do. There's the Sanctification already, so they're burning the core down. Yeah, and they have still the Gust. Breeze is going to explode on the core, but it's 65% still. Quarknix is down. Tyrell is dead. I don't understand why. I mean, they can do it again later, just YOLO in time and time again for the core, but why would you even do that? We are 15 minutes into the game, catapults are really hurting, your opponent has nothing on you. Why give them a chance to come back? Like, that's a little bit of a wild one. Maybe they want to end it quickly, but that's a pretty dumb move by Team RageQuit. It's an unnecessary risk. Now they're losing Tychus, now they're losing Azerite. I mean, if you want to throw the game, that's the way to do it. That's the way to throw the game. So, wow. Morenas has 58 gems now, can easily turn it in and gets a solo turn in. They can go for the boss too. I have no idea what exactly Granit Gaming is doing here. I get the thought, don't misunderstand me. You have a Tyrael, you have a Gust, you have Odin. That's a lot that you can use properly. But why give the opponent a chance in the first place when you're so dominant on the map that you could literally do anything? Level 20 advantage, and obviously Granit Gaming is still massively ahead. Those web weavers down here, they're not going to do anything. But this is still wild. Okay, let's see where this is going. Is this really a chance for Team RageQuit to take it back? They're going to take a fort or two down, that's true. Is that going to be enough though? Because keep in mind, they have no structure left except for the core, and the core is now at 47%. So the top 4 falls. That's the first structure destroyed. So now they have at least some catapults on the top lane. Middle of the map, they might be able to do that too. Let's see if they can do that. And as you can see here, they're defending with Mark as best they can. It's 16 minutes in. If this was an early boss, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. They're focusing on Stukov. Sanctification saved him. Gust as well. Hogger, in the meantime, is taking care of the mid lane, or trying to. But now Falstad is dead. The boss is still alive. They can't take the keep, though. It's a little bit too much to ask. But 2 forts have been destroyed, and the top wall has also been eliminated. It's a 5 versus 4 now. And the bot lane is still pushing, so maybe they have with the web weavers down there still a chance to eliminate another fort. I don't think so, and the web weaver is now expired, but they still have the waves pushing in. So there's still a chance that they can do some damage with it. 10 to 11. But yeah, this is a bit wild. So don't think that they're going to lose this fort here. If they rotate quickly, but it's 10 kills to 11 now. I don't understand what this was in the first place. So the fort will be destroyed. They're just waiting for somebody to rotate in solo, but nobody does. Whoopi and his boys, they're just giving this one up. They're just saying, alright, screw it. It's not happening. But I don't want to say that RageQuit is back. They're not really. They still have only taken the forts down. That's the outer ring of defense that's gone. You still have more pressure against all of this. But Granit Gaming, it's wild. Now, let's still talk about this real quickly. Now that they have the core down to 47%, if they go for the same play again that they did earlier, they have a better chance at ending it now. Previously, they had to take 80% down. Now you only have to destroy 47. You have Sanctification. You have a lot of good tools that you can use, so that's definitely a thing. If you can sneak past your opponent, but they don't control the map as much anymore as they did previously. Now there's more vision available to RageQuit that they can use. But again, still, insane lead. It's still a massive lead for Granit Gaming. I mean, if you didn't see the game with all 3 forts standing and you would look at it now, you would be immediately, oh my god, yeah, they're so far ahead here. And they are. They still are. But one more mistake on that level and you might have another thing coming. So this is all of a sudden possible to lose. Arrow is in. There's the follow-up, but Sanctification and Gust both get used to save Tychus. Okay, so they were able to save Tychus. He didn't fall. They're still trying to retreat here. Whoopi's a bit low. Oh, the hit missed and Whoopi dies. Whoopi is dead. So is Azerite. Team RageQuit is starting to murder them. Team RageQuit is completely dominating the team fights now. Breeze is dead too. Guys, this is going to end in disaster. If this continues, it will end in disaster for Granit Gaming. Granit Gaming might have just gone for one of the biggest throws that I have seen in this entire tournament. 13 kills to 11. Team RageQuit is capitalizing on every single mistake that Granit Gaming is making, and at the same time is creating kill opportunities themselves time and time again with nicely laid traps and good engages. They got another 3 kills here. They're going for another one as they drop Tychus. Now Falstad is the only survivor and they go for the core. Unfucking-leavable. Unbelievable. Granit Gaming had this game so in the back, it's insane. And they just decided to throw the game away for no reason whatsoever. High risk, and I have no words. Big throw from Granit. I mean, this is the definition of a throw. If anybody ever asks you, what does a throw look like, show them this game. Insane. Kudos to Granit, to RageQuit. They take the 2-0 lead. Towers of Doom is map 3. I still have trouble wrapping my head around the last game. I honestly don't get it. While it is a combo that can core, you have a Sanctification TRL. TRL's explosion alone takes 5% off. If you have all your forts still standing, your opponent has nothing, literally nothing left, why would you take the risk? Really don't get it. An unbelievable throw from Granit Gaming on the last map. And I think whoever is dealing with the overlays has not quite realized that they lost the game because it's currently a 1-1 on the scoreboard. Guys, this isn't me. This isn't me. So, yeah, they have to fix that one. I'm sorry. But, yeah, don't blame me. I think whoever deals with that right now has probably only watched half the game. So I'm gonna double check every now and then to see if they fixed it, but yeah, this is obviously a 2-0 lead currently for the blue team. So I have nothing to do with the overlays in this one. Normally I do all the production myself. For the Masters Clash they very heavily insisted that they want to do their own overlays, so here we are. But this is not a 1-1. That's wishful thinking at this point. Okay, so I hope this is going to get fixed in a moment. I'm sure that it's going to be fixed at least for the start of the game, but yeah. We have the Hark as a first pick. Towers of Doom was the map choice of the boys in blue. So yeah, they chose the map. But it's definitely a wild series. I mean, it's so wild. It was such a big throw that that apparently the boys that are dealing with overlay, there's the fix, didn't even realize there was a comeback. They looked at it and it was like, they have nothing. This is over. This is over any second. And then they probably went for coffee or baguette or something. But now we're heading into game number 3 and it could be all over for Granit Gaming here. If Team RageQuit wins this, then they qualify for Paris. That's just what it is. If they win this now, they qualify for Paris. So we got Blaze, we got Brightwing, and we have Diablo on the side of Granit Gaming. Breeze and his boys. Breeze is going for the big boy again, his Toxic Diablo skin. And on the left side, Dehaka, Rega. What's Limu gonna play? Tracer is up and Genji is up. Both are still available. Now you have Brightwing against you. So there's some CC that can be used against it, but still. And let's have a look. Jojo and Sylvanas. Okay, so they go for Johanna. They got Sylvanas, and Limu, as always, is the wildcard player on their end, so he's going to pick last for them. Okay. What is Azerite now doing? What is Quacknix doing? They have no global right now. They go up against a team that has a global. Forza has been banned. So if they still want a global hero... I mean, they have Brightwing again, but Brightwing doesn't have quite the same wave clear that they have there. So there's that. Lulnara. And Tracer! They pick it away! We got Tracer. Okay, so what's Limu gonna choose? He is the final one here. If he planned to taking Tracer, that plan was shut down now. He could still pick Genji if he wants to have one of his mobile assassins, but obviously his hero pool is much larger than that. And time will tell. Tychus. Game 3. 2-0 lead for RageQuit Gaming. Guys, let's go and let's see if they can take another W here on Towers of Doom. The 2-0 lead for the blue team. Yeah, Team RageQuit with some... I mean, honestly, on the one hand, the second game is killing me. They murdered them in game 1. They absolutely murdered them. It was incredible. Game 2, more or less the opposite happens, and then Granit Gaming decides to YOLO. Now we have Shizakid on Johanna, Limo and Tychus, maybe again with his press the advantage build. Renella on Rega, Morenas on the Haka, and no game, no life on Sylvanas for the blue team. Granit Gaming, they're playing here with Macke on Tracer. Limo decides for the grenade build. Okay, deviates away a little bit from the style that we oftentimes see from him. Azerite on Brightwing, Breeze on Diablo, Whoopi on Blaze, and Quacknix on Lunara as the battle in the mid lane is happening. Alright, so for now, we got with level 1 the parting gift over here going standard. We got the soul shield as well. And the move down to the bottom of the map as the rotation is slowly being started up here. We currently have Granit Gaming trying to take the lead on this. Top side with Blaze against the Haka. Breeze with this Toxic Diablo. It's always funny because you have so many players that have certain preferences when they are talking about what kind of heroes they want to play, what kind of skins they're going to use with that. And that's also the case here. So, yeah. Right now, Breeze, he's always going for that Toxic Diablo that he really, really loves. And he could be the one that tries to carry them here. They need someone to really step it up now. Camps are taken from both of them. No early game aggression, at least this time. So, yeah. Here we go. Limu, careful. Alright, so the bomb gets connected. Obviously, you just gotta poke a little bit. Marcus playing his Tracer again. Here comes the move for the camp there. Invade, not successful. The camp gets taken and they might lose some heroes. 5v5 Tracer on the move. But the drag and the kill on Macke. Yep, there it is. So, the interesting thing also about Macke and his Tracer is that when he subbed in for Team as they played at the offline event in Miami against the North American teams, he told me that he really likes to play the Tracer, his Tracer in a no ping environment, but that at the same time he still feels a little bit rusty on it and he had to train more. And through the tournament he got a little bit more comfortable with it, but he still said that, well, I'm not really where I want to be on my Tracer and I just need to improve on her more. They were still able to win the event, obviously, and decide the Miami LAN in their favor in the best of 7 series that they played against the NA teams. But then again, he was not quite happy with the way that it planned out. It was enough, and generally speaking, I think he enjoyed to play her, but he still wanted to improve on it. So now he gets a chance to show off his Tracer performance right here. Now, I said this before, and I want to highlight it again. For Granit Gaming and the players in the lineup, heroes isn't that big of a priority anymore. Most of these guys don't really play a lot of heroes outside of the matches that they're using in the tournaments here. And there's been a lot of comments about how people feel that it's a bit sad that you have people like Breeze and Macke, Whoopi, Quatnix play and just struggling to make it into the top 3, for example. But then at the same time, I honestly think it's pretty entertaining that they are playing in the first place, and this is one of the first events where we have them play on a regular basis. So it's kind of cool to see them perform here, but with heroes just being a bit of a shadow of its former self on the competitive level, you can of course not expect people to invest as much time as they did previously when they were able to make a full-time living out of it. So we'll just have to enjoy it for what it is. But you would generally think that at least on the experience side and the way that they control the macro game and also the calls that they make, they would still bring all of that experience to bear. But at least on the last game, that was a bit of a questionable point. We got 3 altars on the map now, and so far not a single one of them has been taken. Interestingly enough, nobody's even thinking about going towards the top right. You still have, of course, the Dehaka factor that could be utilized here. Mark is trying to, interrupts it, tries to make the play for the kill. 4 versus 4, bomb in the back against no game, no life. And yes, she's like hit. A little bit low, but there's still no kill. Still no kill here. They're still coming in with for the altar, but top side, this 1-on-1 battle is also continuing. So there's pretty much 2 fights happening, and one of them is finally won by Granit Gaming. They get the first shots fired, and apparently they're going for the triple. Now, that doesn't really happen all that often, so they are really thinking that they can pull off a triple altar pull, especially if they get kills in, of course. Now, that could be happening, but it's always difficult to make that happen. And yeah, they are moving back again. Yeah, that, again, this rarely happens. Normally, we don't see that. So right now, Dehaka is coming in and is trying to make a move for Marke. Gets the drag, but they need a bit more damage, and they get it thanks to Tigers. Shots are fired, and it's kind of funny that it seems right now as if we have a double altar for the blue team. They can, of course, still interrupt a little bit from afar. This is, by the way, exactly the reason why most of the time we don't see the team making a full commitment to that altar that is on the other side of the map, because there's so many interrupt opportunities that can be executed from afar when you're channeling that altar. So now it's 2 kills to 0 in favor of Team RageQuit. The shots are still fired, so it's a 2-for-1 trade for Granit Gaming. They get a bit ahead on all of this. It's of course the biggest comeback map in the game as well. But yes, off we go. Yes, trying to make the play for the camp again. No stealing. Well, actually, that might not be quite true. They are trying to come in for it once more, but they are too late this time, and the pumpkins have already been claimed. Yeah. Move for Whoopi in the middle. Tracer. Macke is, of course, dancing around them the entire time here, and he was already punished once. Nice wall stun but still had the essence that he could pop here. Breeze gets some assistance from Brightwing as the heal comes in. And I like that they are still playing out that aggressive style. It's pretty wild what kind of maps we've seen so far. Rumor has it that Granit Gaming only threw so heavily on map number 2 because they want to pull off another reverse sweep, which could happen. I mean, they've done it once. Why not twice? There's a chance that they're going for it again. Yeah, down here at the bottom of the map. Of course, that's also where we are going to see the next few altars. Yeah, damage is in, level 10 any moment now. They're trying to make the play for Diablo, but he's also looking for a target. Goes for the Lightning Breath. Lunara, this time with a hoppity hop. No ranged poke with the Thornwood Vines, but instead going for the repositioning here. And level 10 on both sides as the next objective gets announced. Blessed Shield for Jojo. And we have also the Wailing Arrow again for Sylvanas. So, right now, it's the first big battle with level 10 abilities. Oh, and the quick kill against Sylph. Nicely done. Breeze, he sees a chance, jumps in, and then Macke follows up on it right away. So 2 of the altars could now be taken by Granit Gaming. They get both of them. That's 8 shots off the core. Bam! 24 to 36. Yeah, nicely done. Was their first kill, and it came at a perfect moment in time, just when they could go in and take both of the altars and destroy or take 8 points off the opponent's score. So these are exactly these timed attacks that they need to execute if they want to take this. So good start for them, taking a significant lead on core points. Again, not a crazy thing on Towers of Doom to see late game comebacks. If anything, this is the map where we expect them. But let's check it out. Breeze looks for another wall stun, gets it, but only against Jojo. They get some damage in, but Shizakid is of course able to escape here. And Quarknix is still poking with Lunara. Time and time again, coming in, hitting those toxins, hitting that poison. But has to stay away from them, Condemn, which so far he's easily doing. And Macke is also moving. So how is the damage looking between the two of them? Lunara's at 30,000 and Tracer is at 25k. So, top side, still a 1v1. Globals, of course, plays still a role. That could be the big decider later on in the game. So, Dehaka is a real asset in the late game in particular. Quark is a bit low, but they are focusing again on Diablo. Isolation is being hit, but that doesn't shut the Lightning Breath down. Morenas gets blocked by his own teammates. Oh, and he's dead. He dies. Too much body blocking here. So, Tracer with another kill. 2 kills to 2. Double altar on the map. That's normally where we see the even exchange, but with this many kills there might be a play by Granit Gaming for both of the altars. They have level 13, 3 kills to 2. Granit Gaming is looking good here. Yeah, they're looking pretty alright, even stealing the camp away. Alright, so they're already dancing around the top altar. The pumpkins at the bottom of the map can now, of course, threaten that bell tower a little bit. And yeah, there's the next hit coming. Already. Tracer on the left gets the channel. Macke is going to get the 4 points for the team and can now join the fight. Dehaka still at the bottom, but they're exchanging them. Again, it's tricky to take this one. If your opponent is there, if you have interrupts with a shield Claire, with a grenade from Tychus, even Sylvanas, then it's really difficult. And you don't want to waste too much time. You might be better off using that somewhere else and just doing your thing there. So they're already starting to come in for another potential kill, but this time the blue team is able to walk away from it. It's also a 4v5 situation, or at least it was. Now the Hagler is slowly waddling towards the mid lane. Blaze is of course continuing the rotation there too and trying to expand that lead that they have in experience. 13 to 14, and he's taking the camp. Dehaka hasn't sniffed that one out. But the blue team hasn't given up yet. And why would you after the last map? I mean, seriously, why would you ever go and say like, yeah, this game is over, let's go next, after what happened on map number 2? That's one of the crazier things. Quarknix using the boss to jump away. Yeah, another nice wall stun. They're just trying to escape here. Odin has been popped. Now they might just go for the boss. If you pop Odin in that situation... That's an interesting cooldown choice from Limu here. Yeah, that's a little bit wild. I don't quite... I mean, he apparently expected that they would go back into the battle, but I think it was pretty clear that Granit Gaming was trying to retreat here. The battle continues, though. So in the mid lane, it reheated, and he gets the kill. Yeah, Limu proves me wrong. Look at that. Gets the kill against Diablo. They were still able to force them into the fight, and now they're not stopping on Dibbles. They also take... Oh my god, they're taking Wooby, Brightwing, and Diablo down, and maybe even Tracer. Jesus! 4 kills. Single altar only. So unfortunately for them, they only get 4 shots against the opponent. They would have, of course, loved a triple or double altar phase, but nope. So the 4 shots get fired, but maybe they can convert a bell tower. They've definitely now taken a big chunk of experience that brings them slightly ahead even. And they will get level 16 with this. So the bottom bell tower, it should be an easy one for them. I mean, especially with Sylvanas, of course. So yeah, they're coming in. They're going to take this. We have now 6 kills to 3 in their favor, and the bell tower gets easily converted over. Bot lane control always super important here. First of all, because you get the pumpkin control on the lane, and then also you make it much harder for your opponent to access the bottom altar. So they're doing their thing. Yeah. They are looking very, very strong all of a sudden again. And Granit Gaming might just... Uh-oh, Brightwing! Nope, the Fruit Fly is dead again. Every single time I think, okay, Granit Gaming finally... maybe not has this in the bag, but finally is pulling ahead here and establishing control. It seems that Team RageQuit hears it and just says, nope, not happening. Yeah. Another 3 shots are fired. They even got the pumpkins through 25 to 20. So on the core, they're still ahead, but they're falling farther behind in experience now. And this is not looking too good for Granit Gaming. It's not a disaster yet, but there's definitely control for Team RageQuit. And if they get 2 out of these 3 altars, that means that they are pulling ahead in core points as well. So a 1-level lead. Good control on the map. Pumpkins are moving through the bot lane. They will definitely get at least 1 of those altars, because this one is very difficult to access for the red team. But if they get a second, then that's in total 10 points of the core. And if the pumpkins make it, then of course even more than that. Yeah, here we go. Starting to make the next play. Team. Yeah, Sylvanas is able to move away. There's the first channel. Maki gets the 3 points. Pumpkins, do they make it in? I don't think so. Quacknik is already there. But the first 5 shots have been fired, and I think they're giving it another 5 up. So it's going to be 15 to 17 points on the core after this is said and done. They're even looking for the kill here, maybe to grab somebody, but they can't. But yeah, the shots are fired now. So as I said, 15 points to 17. Big advantage right now for Team RageQuit. Level ahead in core points, and still the control of the additional bell towers. This could be a 3-mapper. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy, but this could actually be a 3-0, especially now that Azerite dies again. The counter kill against Sylvanas is happening, though. And they get Rhaegar too. Okay, here we go. Granit Gaming is going for it again. Then again, 4 more shots are fired as Dehaka has taken the boss at the top. So that's them down to 11. But at least that bell tower needs to be reclaimed. And Shizakid is probably going to fall to... actually... No, Shizakid has got this dying. Ah, Morenas. Morenas is such a pro. Morenas saw that Johanna was about to die and was trying to help out here, risking his own life, but he is able to walk away. And they kill Tracer. I can't believe that just happened. Tracer, like how? I really, I mean, they get the kills and you look at it and you're like, all right, they're gonna get Johanna too. And then they lose Tracer and they cannot even get that bell tower. I don't understand, on the other hand, why exactly Morenas felt the need to also YOLO here, and why Limu thinks he needs to die. There's apparently a bit of solidarity going on the blue team that I don't quite have to understand, where they just say, hey, if one of us dies, all of us die. So, didn't quite expect that, but yeah. Either way, 9 kills to 8, the early level 20 for Team RageQuit is still going to be a thing. I love how they're now pushing the mid lane, by the way. They're realizing that the bot lane bell tower is likely going to be taken, so instead they're trying to go for this. Rhaegar kind of screwed up a little bit by going too close to the wall, and now we have momentum for Granit Gaming. Now there's momentum here, but that bell tower is also falling. So there is that. They win one, they lose one. So it's just an even trade and still a 5 versus 3 situation. But Quacknix can channel this. There's level 20, but it's quite the fiesta that we're watching right now. And I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. 14 to 11 kills. Brightwing still in the middle. Couple of pumpkin camps that can be claimed. 30 seconds until Rhaegar is back. But it's definitely a wild game. So we got the Farsia's Blessing now. We had also the upgrade with the Radiating Faith. And as it turns out, Granit Gaming is trying to steal the pumpkin camp away. And that's a battle that I'm not sure they should fight yet. Because Dibbles is low. Dibbles is really low. He might lose his stacks here. Now they pop Odin. They really want this camp. Damn, son. They really want it. Rhaegar is, by the way, just now back and couldn't play a role in this fight. But yeah, they're just popping the big red button. It's always interesting to me how Limo is willing to throw these out. And they're always getting some value out of it. I mean, even in this case, they can now go for Whoopi and take down that bunker super quickly. But Limo always seems to get value out of this. Renella is on his way back. He's already arriving. And now it's time to try and go for that bell tower again, I suppose. Nemo back to business. Whoopi is charging in straight into the minigun. 59,000 damage by Lunara, 66,000 by Tychus. And there's the wall stun. Breeze comes in on the angle with the Hellgate and then gets the stun connected. 5 versus 3 on the bell tower count and now a double altar backup. If it stays like this, then it's going to be an even bigger lead for Team RageQuit. Farsia's Blessing has been used. They try to go for Quacknix. Quack in the back. He's not the only one that's struggling. Brightwing is dead again. No game, no life. Tries to get at least a kill on Quacknix, but can't. So Sylvanas falls. They couldn't get another kill. It's 4v4. The hope was, of course, for Sylvanas to at least take Lunara down. And then it would have been a proper trade. But as it stands, we still have Rhaegar channeling. And a 5 versus 3 exchange is still a big win for them. And Whoopi is too late. Whoopi is too late. They are down to 6 points on the core now. Whoopi has to bunker up again. Blocks off the Haka also a bit. But it's not enough, I think, to really kill Morenas. And then, well, this happens. Alright, no Essence, no Burrow. So he's getting away from this one. Limo is just pressing R on cooldown at this point. I mean, he's just going for it. Shots are fired. 4 shots, actually, because they reclaimed the bell tower. So now we have 10 to 6 points on the core. What a game. This entire series is just crazy. It really is. Honestly, both of the games. Probably the first series of the day has been the more insane one. Like, that first best of 5 was incredible. Absolutely incredible. But even this is just nasty. Yeah, even this is just a wild one. So off we go again. As the Haka moves down to the bottom. They want the pumpkin camp. Well, they can't get that, but maybe they can get the kill. He's dragging the pumpkin away. But yeah. Next altar is gonna spawn in the middle. It's gonna be a single altar. 10 kills to 10. This could be either one's game. This could be the start of a comeback, or it could be the final nail in the coffin of Granit Gaming. Who is going to Paris? Which team goes to Paris? 3 teams are qualified. The top 3 teams are already qualified. We're looking for the 4th team to make it. Lightning Breath. The Ancestral Healing is in. Mad value out of the Farsia's Blessing, but not enough. Tychus is down. Can they get more? Kill attempts all over the place. Renella low. And he's dead. The double kill for Granit Gaming. Boss is up. Keep that in mind. Could still be taken. Yeah, pumpkins are being destroyed. The altar's coming up now, so that's another 5 shots fired, because by now their top lane has been converted. So now it is up to, well, 5. Can they get more? Guys, if they can convert this, then the boss would be enough. That's why they're waiting. They want this one, and then they can convert. But do they channel in time? Yeah, they have to channel it right now if they want to make that work. Because up at the top, they're trying to reclaim it. Yeah, it just works out, doesn't it? No! They did it too late! No! They can't end the game now. 5 points instead of 4. Boss gets attacked. Yes, they screwed it up. Breeze should have been the one to take... Or Breeze or anybody else should have taken position there immediately. So now it's the boss claim. 1 point on the core. They're down to a single point. Just one. Bam. Against 6. You can still recover from this. You just need to win the team fights from here on out. Gets the iron skin out. That was important. Alright. Dehaka is still at the top. And they hold on to that bell tower. Not that it really matters too much. It matters a little bit for the access. Also, next altar is at the bot lane. So if you can hold on to the bell tower here, it means that your opponent pretty much has no chance to make it there without committing heavily and potentially dying. But then again, you obviously have to commit for this either way. Right now, it's 1 point on the core. A pumpkin makes it through and you're doomed. So Dehaka's at the top, he's trying to get 1 bell tower. They still need to try and get some damage in themselves. Limu is still alive. Yeah, Rega doesn't have to drop an Ancestral just yet on him. And Dehaka has now moved down to the team to help them out here. This will be taken. Altar is spawning, they will push out, they have to. And they will take that bell tower. That's gonna be a thing. Because they have to fight for this one. So already pushing them back a little bit. There's the wave, there's the grenade. Diablo jumps out, tries to set up the kill, and does! Too late on the Ancestral Healing. This might be the end of it. They get the kill on Sylvanas. They move in for Tychus. He escapes, but it's a 5 versus 4 as the battle for the bottom altar starts. Whoopi is going for the channel. This seems like a victory in game number 3 for Granit Gaming. The channel is done. This is game nicely played. And Granit Gaming puts another point on the board, the first one in this best of 5. They are aiming for another reverse sweep here today. Granit Gaming, maybe they finally woke up, or maybe the rumors are true that they are looking for another reverse sweep. Apparently, I mean, you could argue that they're thinking, well, if we make it to the event, let's at least do it in style, right? So we got Ulrich Pass, we have Falstad banned, and Hanzo is also eliminated. Once again, Ulrich, and it's honestly Granit mainly that picks the map. I think it's mostly Makke's teams now that I think about it that play a lot of Ulrich Pass. So Makke is having a bad influence on teams. He's making them pick Ulrich. Falstad is banned. Question is, of course, is Dehaka going to be banned as well? Because Globus, once more. God, I would love if one of the teams all of a sudden would come in and would say like, alright, we're going Vikings. Or if someone like Whoopi said, you know what? I feel Samuro today. Let's go Samuro. That would be fantastic. I would have such a day with that, but yeah. Okay, so bans are definitely a little bit different right now. I mean, we had Sergeant Hammer on this map also played. They leave everything up right now. Sylvanas is up, Hammer is up, Blaze, all the side laners, Dehaka. With Falstad banned, Dehaka is one of the best options if you're looking at a global. Uh-huh. Alright. Blue team opted for first pick, and they get Hogger. He can start and hog the camps, mid lane, and of course the bosses. I would love a curveball. I would absolutely love it if one of the teams would go for a bit of a sneaky pick here. And I think if any of them does that, it's gonna be Granit Gaming. Granit Gaming is a team where I could totally see them play something a bit nasty. Now we have Makke on Lucio and Quacknix and Sylvanas. That in and of itself is already a very dangerous start into the draft, because that allows you on a map that is this big to very quickly rotate with Sylvanas onto a lane and allow her to do damage on the structures. And if you then get later on other heroes that could do that too, I mean, Greymane, whatever, doesn't really matter too much, then you can play around that a lot and really just try, not necessarily to force the team fights, but play the macro game. Now, Dehaka is still up. That might be something that Team RageQuit is now going to ban out, because they already dealt with Brightwing and they dealt with Falstad. And since Granit Gaming didn't prioritize Dehaka as a global, they might do it now later. So there's a chance for the blue team to ban it. Now, of course, there's a lot of side laners that you can pick that don't have a global that are still great here. Urel, Blazed, But yeah, they go for the hammer ban instead. They've obviously also looked at the games that had been played previously by Granit Gaming in the round before, and there, Alderac Pass was the one map where Azerite picked Sergeant Hammer for them. So there is that. Are we going to see another reverse sweep? No Dehaka, Blaze and Johanna. Another great combo, but it means that you don't have a global. Neither does your opponent, on the other hand. What's Limo gonna go for? Frontline could get a Mirrored in here. Nope, we get a Tracer again and Tyrael. A lot of Tracers in this series. I like that. I like it a lot. Game number 1 and game number 3. No, game number 2. 3? 2? It was game number 3, I think. Oh, we got our Tracer play. So guys, let's go. Yeah, we had Mako and Tracer. There we go. Jesus. Okay, Azerite, last pick, it's Cassia. They have 2 blinds now, if they can hit them. Alderac Pass is the map, Granit Gaming against Team RageQuit. Let's go, everybody. Let's see if Granit Gaming can once again, for the second time in a row, force the 5th map of the series. Game number 4. Are we headed for a 5th game again? Yes or no? That's the big question. On the left side, we have Shizakid on Tyrael. So they're playing with Tyrael and with Tracer here. The only one that is missing for the Infernal Trio is Malfury, and that was always the go-to when you're going for Tracer and Tyrael. But Renella loves his Rhaegar, and of course Rhaegar these days also adds a ton. So we have Renella on Rhaegar, we got Limo again on Tracer. He did a fantastic job on game number 1, where they dominated. Now we have No Game No Life on Lunara, Morenas on Hogger, and on the right side of the map, it's Granit Gaming. They just won the first map in this series for themselves, and it is very reminiscent of the previous best of 5, where we more or less saw the exact same thing. Granit Gaming struggling at the beginning, throwing a little bit too, not just a little bit, throwing pretty hard in this one at least, and then starting to claw their way back into the series and eventually even managing a reverse sweep. So for now we have Mako and Lucio, we have Breeze on Johanna, Wooby is playing Blaze, and Cassia is played by Azerite, who also, by the way, goes for stacks on level 1. So he's going to try and stack it up here with Sylvanas played by Quacknix. And as mentioned during the draft, if you have this Lucio and Sylvanas combo, you can do a lot of rotations that can be very annoying for your opponent when you're focusing on macro. Now we've got No Game No Life at the bottom of the map, so he's not part of the mid lane plays that they're going to try and make here. Of course, one of the reasons why we're having a couple of heroes splitting away is that they are trying to figure out where are they hitting with that Sylvanas attack. Because there's always the chance that exactly this happens. Granit Gaming is executing it in the middle. Normally you see the tower not quite destroyed. Normally you move back after half of it, and the reason is exactly that. You don't want to be forced into the fight. So Azerite is now about to die, and well, that's kill number 1 for Team RageQuit. So, yeah, that just happened. Okay, can they get more? They're trying. They're definitely aiming for it. They can't get it here, though. Now, if you've been wondering why normally you see that move made either at the top or the bot lane and not in the middle, the explanation is actually fairly easy. If you move back too late and your opponent rotates over and you are in the middle, they have a very short duration, a very short distance that you have to cover if you do it in the middle. You have the hero from the top move down and the hero for the bottom move up, and that's it, and then you're facing off against 5. If you're making the same play on the other hand at the top, then at least the hero that was orientating itself a bit more towards the bot lane has a long distance to cover, which makes it easier for you to escape since you're not facing off against 5 heroes. So not sure if that was necessarily needed, but an early game kill like this doesn't give you that much value. Honestly does very, very little. I can actually show you, so let's take a look at the experience. They got 300 experience for that kill. That was it. So, not really a whole lot. But then again, the tower nearly destroyed. Normally you move back after 50% roughly, unless you have somebody that stops the rotation, or you have a composition that allows you to take it quicker and easier, than you can go for the entire thing. There's level 4 with a slight advantage for Team RageQuit. And let's find out if they can continue with those plays. Now we got for Lunara on level 1, the Hibbity Hop. We got the Blossom Swell as well. And we got a dead Tyrael. Nah, I just wanted to activate his trade, of course. So Tyrael with the trade activation, trying to get some damage in, and does. Top side, there's Limu trying to get the damage in against Wooby. Yeah, Limu, we're gonna watch out for him. He did a great job in game number 1. Sometimes maybe went a little bit too far and got punished for it, but generally speaking, a massive asset on the damage for his team and a huge pressure that he executes against the backline. Especially, of course, Quacknix is gonna have a lot of situations where Tracer is becoming really annoying. 6 stacks for Azerite. This is a map that lasts quite long usually. If you can stack properly, we could see a lot of stacks coming together and then a Lightning Fury dealing some murderous damage. Now with Tracer, you also got to dodge out on some of those blinds, of course. I mean, again, generally speaking, this isn't really like a rock, paper, scissors style hard counter that we have in some other games. But of course, if you have multiple blinds against you, that can limit quite the impact, some of the impact that you're going to have. But first of all, they have to hit Limu. Now, the first objective is soon up. Normally, there's not really anybody that makes a move for it before the 7-minute mark, but at this time, it seems like we're having an earlier commitment because Mark is just zipping around on Lucio and is trying to be sneaky. And he's getting quite a few seconds for his team shaved off, so nicely done. If you have a Newburgh, it's a bit of a different story. I talked about this before, but a Newburgh, you can start cheesing the objective by spawning a few beetles and keeping those grunts busy. Keeping the defenders busy as you're moving in and taking it solo. But for now, we have apparently Renella trying to repay them, and Kain can't quite do it because that grunt is still there. Still a bit of action also in the middle as Holger is pushing away from this. And off we go. Level 7 talents. Blaze has still not chosen. Azerite sitting tight there. The blue team is now starting to push forward with this. Lucio moving in from the top, straight into Tracer. Not really a position that is very good for Marke. He needs to get away from this. But we also have the red team starting to apply pressure to the mid lane and even using Sylvanas to push this further. So the wall has been destroyed there. And Breeze is now desperately trying to ensure that the first objective doesn't end up in the hands of their team. Yeah, a bit of damage against Markin, nearly a kill. No game, no life. Was so close to take him down there. And the fort is now starting to take a little bit of damage. So yeah, the action is all over the place. They're pretty much bouncing between the 2 prisoner camps and the fort in the middle. Jet propulsion hits. Limu is low. Tries to escape here and gets the shield from Tyrael and turns it on Marke, who dies on Lucio. And Breeze is also low and gets dropped. There's the double kill. They're looking for the triple as they're cutting Wooby off. And they kill all 3 heroes. 3 heroes eliminated. Quacknix nearly died too. And now the objective open as Team RageQuit makes the move. The first one to fall was Lucio. Then they went for Johanna. And after that, of course, Wooby had no chance of escape. 4 of them just went for him straight away and blocked him completely. That's a 1-level lead now. And the objective taken with structural damage already done at least the top fort. So looking incredibly good in the early game. And they are pushing, oh boy, they're pushing with a level 10 ability here. So this is all of a sudden getting worse. You got level 10 now too, and Azerite needs to be very careful. He's going to be soloed by Tracer. On the other hand, Limu has to be careful so that he doesn't get flanked here. But yeah, level 10 abilities are going to be ready in a moment, and then they can make this push even more dangerous. And there we have it. Tyrael not picking yet. Is he going to do it? No, he's not. Sanctification is the play, so it should be. Top gets defended at the bot lane. They are also doing damage, but it's of course an early objective, so it doesn't scale that heavily into the late game here yet. But it's undeniable that they're taking the lead here. And even a fight happening again as Limu gets attacked with 17 stacks towards the level 1 for Azerite. He does some damage, but definitely not enough just yet. Yeah, once more. A little play being made over here. And what can they do? They're starting to take the wall down. Blaze has defeated the bot lane cavalry. I would have expected them to get more. Out of the first objective push plus level 10 abilities, I really thought they could do a little bit more than that. So, goes to show that Granit Gaming did a good job defending, despite the fact that they didn't have access to their level 10. So now we have the Blessed Shield up. We have a few more stuns. Tracer has to be real careful. And apparently they're willing to invade. Damn. Alright. And they might get it. They will get it. Morenas is about to die. Tyrael isn't here. And that's a kill. No game, no life might fall too. Wailing Arrow being used by Quacknix. Could not get the kill though. Renella is defending. And Tyrael, he's trying to chase them away as well. But that was nicely done. And it opens up a chance to take the fort down. Guys, what the hell? Granit Gaming. They're all of a sudden popping off here. They take the fort down. Lose the objective, no problem. No issue whatsoever. They lost the objective and they still took the fort down. Yep, that doesn't really get much better than that. Okay, so now we have another play. Can go for the top here and try and maybe push that. I mean, first and foremost, we are already looking at Whoopi defending here. We have down at the bottom of the map the next push coming too, as they're starting to come in for another keep that they're attempting to take. Sorry, another fort that they're attempting to take. This time it is actually Team RageQuit that is trying to take some of the structures down with the rotation, and they're able to pull it off too. So I like it. The teams are playing very aggressive on the map, using also the size of the map to just out-rotate the opponent a bit and just punch somewhere where they are not. So after the fort in the mid lane has been destroyed, now we have the one at the bot lane eliminated. The objective is up, so prisoner camps are available. Yeah, no game to life is jumping out again. Okay. 20,000 damage for Cassia, 25,000 damage for Lunara. Alright. 30 stacks for Azerite. And, again, the red team taking the initiative here. Oh, nice! That was a beautiful Blessed Shield hit. And they get a double kill. That follow-up was awesome. Immediately the Wailing Arrow, Blessed Shield into Wailing Arrow, and that's a double kill. Granit Gaming, they really want to push it again to the 5th map. I don't really know why these guys are making their lives so much harder every single time. Just imagine if they wouldn't have thrown on Tomb of the Spider Queen the way that they did. They would now nearly threaten victory. I mean, they would threaten victory in the series. But again, they're using Sylvanas for the bot lane pressure. They want also a kill on Limo. There's the jet propulsion, and bam, he's dead. 5 kills to 4. Level 13 is ready for them, and they are pushing for the objective. And in addition to that, they're also now pushing for the core fort. Jesus. From keep to core, yeah. That would be kind of funny. Put the core into the middle. Some kind of objective or mechanic where the core of both teams is in the middle and you have to somehow access that. I don't know. But yeah, I honestly don't think that we need more maps in the game. I would love if they would fix some of them and make them viable for competitive play. Blackheart's Bay in particular. But yeah, either way, 5 kills to 4. The objective is up. 2 of the forts have been destroyed. This is really Granit Gaming's show now. Initially, it was Team RageQuit that made the moves, but now it seems that more and more the red team is taking over and is really calling the shots here. So the top fort is of course gonna fall. You can try and defend this a little bit, but there's absolutely no way of holding this. Lunara is dealing with the radar at the bottom of the map. Here in the middle, at least the wall has partly been destroyed. They're looking for more kills now too. Lunara still missing, and the top fort will be taken. Yeah, that's inevitable. Rhaegar hasn't died yet, and Sylvanas hasn't died yet. Those are the only 2 heroes in the game that have not fallen even once up to this point. Blessed Shield misses. Yeah, so does the jet propulsion. The shockwave definitely did not. Hitting 3 people, but they did not have the follow-up immediately available. Limo! What an ancestral. That was on point. Tyrael helping out with the shield before that. Could have been a kill on Tracer, but they kept her safe. Can Limo now bring it back and get a kill? Thanking them for their efforts. It doesn't seem like it. There's nobody. Oh, and Sylvanas is dead. No game, no life. Catapulting himself forward to get close enough to Sylvanas to connect some damage. But Hogger died too. They're still trying to chase it here. And it is just a crazy brawl. 6 kills to 5, nearly level 16. And Granit Gaming just doesn't give an inch. They're falling back slowly, but they're immediately fighting back and reclaiming the territory. Breeze has to retreat. We have 45 stacks now for Cassia's level 1. And there's the level 16. Yeah, there's level 16. Mid lane needs to be dealt with. First of all, because you don't want your keep to take damage, but also because you want that juicy, juicy experience. And it's time for the objective again. 30 more seconds. Yeah, we got 11 kills already. Kill per minute so far. Still rushing around down to the bottom of the map and blowing the waves up. And there is, of course, a boss that you can take too. They only show Quacknix. The rest of the team rotated around, but I think they were still spotted by the wall. So, yeah, the blue team is moving down to the bot lane. They know what's happening. The attempt was there to hide in vision a little bit, or hide the vision, but that's not quite successful. So we are at 50% on the boss. Are they committing? No, they're letting it leash. Boss is getting leash, but the fight is happening. Lucio's low, and he is able to escape. Lucio gets out and he's trying to help the team to retreat. Breeze is then again dying, and likely it will be... No, Whoopi is actually getting out. But they killed Jojo, so Jojo is dead. Objective is up, but they are focusing on the boss instead. It's easy peasy, of course. So here we are, taking this one down. And are they trying to claim the top? Yes, they are. Now that's a little bit of an interesting one. First of all, this is going to be sniffed out by this. So yeah, they know. But they are fast enough to take this. Damn, the timing is actually working out for them, isn't it? Alright, color me impressed. They're going to be able to get this. Nice call. Nice call. Close, but still. They traded a boss for a boss. That's way better than I expected. Whoever made that call for them, either Whoopi or Quacknix, but that was definitely a solid move. I did not think they had enough time to cross the map and take the boss before the blue team made the rotation. And the blue team was really double checking early. They had Lunara send the Wisp over to see what's going on. I thought that could have been a disaster for Granit Gaming, but no, they made it work. So now the objective is about to be taken again, or at least they're trying for it. Both keeps are getting attacked, top and bot side. Yeah, Lunara aiming for Breeze again, and Breeze goes down once more. Heavy focus on the front line, and the tank is suffering. Limu doesn't get the Ancestral. This time it's Bambi who gets the heals. Whoopi dies too. That's 2 eliminated. And the third one dies. And oh my god, 4 heroes dead. 4 of them eliminated, guys. That is a quad kill for RageQuit Gaming. 10 kills to 6. They can go for the objective, and they can also now go straight up for those forts. Honestly, I would have maybe even moved down to the bot lane and taken the keep here. But either way, they can even open the mid lane up. Maybe they have enough time to take the keep down here too. It will be an objective in their favor, of course. Hoga is not with them. He's going currently for the prisoner camp. And there is just incredible damage done to all of the structures here. Now they're stealing the camps away as well. They're just trying to ride the momentum train as hard as they can. And it is hitting like a brick. Look at the experience. They are on level 20. They are on level 20 with this. All of forts are destroyed. Now the same is true on the blue team side. So in that case, they are only drawing even here. But now with the objective, they got a big opportunity to take at least 1 keep down. Maybe even more. Remove those armor shields from the boss, from the core. And maybe even end it all if they can get additional kills. It's a 5 versus 5, but it's at level 20 that makes the difference. Farsia's Blessing, Holy Arena is also right there. And we have the move for the mid lane. Keep them locked into the middle. Poke it out slowly with a level 20 advantage. Wait for those cavalries to come in. At the top is going to take a long time. Down here we see the same thing. But yes, they are definitely executing some control here. And here comes their cavalry. It is party time. Good luck trying to keep that keep. I don't think that's happening. Good focus on it though. I like the focus. They're doing a lot. But it's also murdering on the damage. There's the shockwave missing everything. That shockwave did jack shit. If anything, it murdered Hoga. Hoga committed Sudoku a little bit. I don't really know if that was needed either. They expected the battle to really get pressured. That wasn't the case. No game, no life is getting the drop on the keep at least. For some time he was hoping that he had Thornwood Vines, which wasn't the case. And in the meantime, they now move down to the bottom of the map where we're going to see even more damage. But can they really keep this up with only 4 heroes pushing? That's the bigger question. All the way at the top, also damage being done here. Sylvanas is already moving back to deal with this. And they are just trying to buy a bit of time. So the keep is down to 50% HP. Up at the top, they're dealing with the next one too. No game, no life with a real nice dodge. 64 stacks for Cassia. Just saying. And now they got a retreat here. They're retreating from Lucio. Have fun with that. He's gonna chase you down. And he's already chasing. They're going for Shizakid. There's the Ancestral. And they're getting the follow-up with the Farseer's Blessing too, but they're still dying. Lucio is chasing them down. Tracer is dead. So is Tyrael. They might have overstepped way too hard here. No game, no life is also eliminated. And it keeps happening and happening. Teams stay too long and then get punished. Sylvanas against you. And you lose 3 heroes on the retreat. And while you are retreating, they get closer to your keeps. So that is a freebie for Granit Gaming. They come in to take the keep down. They're not going to go for core, not with only 1 armor shield being removed, but they might be able to rotate into the middle and take or at least damage a second keep. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Big mistake here by Team RageQuit. They were in such a good spot after all of this, but now they are again falling farther behind here. 10 kills to 10. Granit Gaming, they have an opportunity to win this one, but they lose Sylvanas. They lose Sylvanas, and they haven't taken the keep yet. Wooby takes it. He takes the keep. Make though. Yes, Make survives, but I don't think Azerite is going to make it. Oh, well, they're turning it. They're turning it, and Shizake dies. He wants the value on the Tyrael explosion, but doesn't get it. Hogger is still pogging. Can he get a hit? No, instead he falls, and that might be the end of the game. Yes, Sylvanas isn't with them, but they already... Nah, it's a 4 versus 3. They can't. They need 1 more kill. But the bosses are up now. What a game again. Today is great. Today is fantastic. We had some more one-sided matches just the other day, but today is absolutely fantastic. They're getting those hits in easily. And yeah, it is some crazy stuff that we're getting there. So, alright. We got the push at the bottom for the camp. Don't think that they can stop this. We're by now 19-20 minutes into the game. So that cavalry, those raiders, they're gonna hurt. But what a game. Honestly, what a day. What a day. 11 kills to 12. The cavalry, can they stop it? I don't think so. That's not happening. No. Nope. Don't have enough time. Tyrael is back. Hogger will be too, but not in time to deal with this. So there's the chance now. 86 stacks for Azerite. He has 84,000 damage now with his Cassia. The level 20, of course, helps a lot too. The infinite bounces are just coming through every single team fight. Rhaegar has still not fallen. Just saying. Rhaegar's the only one in this entire game that hasn't died yet. Hogger is leading the charts on deaths. He died 5 times. And now they need kills. They need something here. This is likely going to be a game if they can at least get something. 1 kill. Just eliminate one of the damage dealers. Maybe a frontliner. But time is really working in Granit Gaming's favor here. Those raiders are already pushing, and defending against them is going to be a tall order. 11 kills to 12. They're still trying to focus it. Shockwave. Missing. No value. Wailing Arrow. Blessed Shield with a mad value, and that's game. That has to be game. Unless they get a counter kill, this is over. And they try for the counter kill. They cry hard, but Limu gets taken. No game, no life. Dies too. This is a triple kill. It's a quad kill. It's a 5-man team wipe. As we are going once again to game number 5, as Granit Gaming is looking for another reverse sweep today. GG, well played. Game number 5, Brex's holdout. Don't know what to tell you guys, but it is a little bit crazy because for some reason Granit Gaming goes into these best of 5s and says, you know what? We're going to make this a little bit interesting for ourselves. So, as it stands, they again have lost 2 maps and then brought it back by winning 2 in a row and just denied 1 match point after another to the opponent. So we have Genji banned. We got also a ban on Brightwing now that we're heading into Braxis, but it's getting a bit wild here. Can they really do it again? Can they honestly do that again here and win the series and, I mean, more or less send Team RageQuit packing? It would be so crazy if they actually pulled it off. This is just nuts. So Brightwing and Junkrat get both banned. And can you believe, like, put yourself in Team RageQuit's shoes, because Team RageQuit watched the previous series, right? So they saw that happening and they saw that reverse comeback, and now they took a 2-0 lead and I was like, all right guys, we got this. And then they're losing the first map, they're losing the second map, and then all of this happens. Now, the blue team picked the map. They decided not to go for first pick, first ban. They wanted the map choice. And on this map, a lot of the mobile heroes are really important. That's why Genji is banned, or one of the reasons. That's why Junkrat is banned, why Brightwing is banned. With Lucio, can make quick rotations between the lanes, so that's why we're currently seeing Granit Gaming go for him here as a first pick. Also for Make as a support now. But Muradin is being played a lot here. Karazim has seen a lot of play, and Nubura can be played on the map. We've seen, like, anything that has mobility and can traverse the terrain quickly is great in a situation like this. Then, of course, on top of that, it is a snowbally map in the sense that once that you're removing the opponent's forts, it's very difficult for them to get the beacon access and just keep it, because the sustain of the fountain is lacking. So that's a big problem. But with team, like, there were a lot of good maps still up for the picking. So you could have gone into Cursed Hollow, you could have gone into Infernal Shrines. I think Volskaya was also still up. So that they go for Braxis Holdout, I mean, it lets me immediately to believe that they might have a bit of a strategy prepared for this one. Keep in mind, they could watch the opponents the entire time. They knew they only had to prepare for a single team and for a single series. So there's actually a chance they did that. Rexa is in. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rexa is the king of Dragonshire, and he excels on Braxis Holdout too, because he is able to hold the lane experience and the objective at the same time. Then again, I gotta say that this guy is the worst actor since Amber Heart's trial, because his level 16 feign death, nobody ever believed that shit. I mean, he's as believable when he tries to pull it off as Amber Heart when she's taking the stand. So Rexa, always a bit of an iffy one. But, well, he can, of course, be pretty strong if left alone on the lane. He's always going to win it in the long run. That's why you will see rotations towards him, gank attempts. And, of course, we still have to figure out what exactly the blue team is picking as their own side laner. But the man with the mask, definitely a big one when we're talking about Dragonshire and, to an extent, also Braxis Holdout. So Johanna for Breeze has a little bit more wave clear here as well. We have, yep, Hammer is banned out. Okay. And here, ooh, Varian, look at that, old school. We go Varian Stukov, taunt into Lurking Arm. Now they need a little bit of oomph. Chromie? Chromie? What are we getting from Nemo? Tracer still up. They need anything that can deliver damage. So let's see if that's gonna work here. First of all, we have the red team with 2 picks. Azerite and Quacknix. Falstad could still be taken. Sylvanas is still up. Yeah, there's Sylvanas, and we get off here together with that. Alright, good stuff. And the final pick for the final map. And then we know all the teams that will be attending or going to the Masters Clash Finals in Paris. Alright. Yeah, they're hesitating a bit here. What's going to be the pick? Li Ming! Yeah, also good. Li Ming capitalizing on the taunt from Varian. Here we go, everybody. It is the final map between RageQuit Gaming and Granit Gaming. Let's go. Game on! The final map. The series has been reduced to a best of 1, essentially. Team RageQuit tied with Granit Gaming, both of them with 2 points on the board. On the left side, we got Shizakit on Varian. We have Limu on Liming, No Game No Life on Hanzo, Renella on Stukov, and Morenas is playing Urel. On the right side of the map, it's Granit Gaming with 2 wins in a row. They're aiming for the 3rd. They want to go to Paris. We have Mako and Lucio, Breeze on Johanna, Quatnix playing Sylvanas, Wooby on Rexa, and Azerite is playing Orphea. As they are focusing on the top lane this time with their Sylvanas push. We just saw it in game number 4, and we're seeing it here again. This time they're moving back a little bit sooner, I would assume. And obviously, now that we're having Shizakit moving in with this Varian, he's trying to flank in, dish out some damage, but it's not really... Wow, he nearly died. It's not really too successful. He nearly was dropped there. So yeah, lots of pressure already at the top. The bot lane gets established as the 1v1 lane. Now again, we already have 3 teams that are qualified for the... That's a kill. Varian is dead. Varian is dead already. Alright. Goodbye. That was a pretty early Sudoku move there, even before the first minute mark. Lauba, is it you? Did he sub? No. But yeah, so once again, we have 3 teams that are already qualified for the main event. Chili Mountain, aka Team Wah, they took the first spot. Then we had Team Oxygen, aka the Hardos, take the 2nd. And the Bang Bush came in 3rd. So this will determine the 4th team to make it to Paris. And we couldn't have scripted a better storyline here. We went twice now to the final map today. Previous series, where Granit Gaming faced off against the Cats, and now Team RageQuit finds themselves in exactly the same situation. Exactly the same one. It's crazy. So the pressure is there. Sylvanas is pushing up at the top, and already the beacon access for Granit Gaming. They are starting with a lot of aggression here. And the problem at the bottom map for Morenas is that Wooby will win this lane. If it stays a 1v1 lane, Wooby will win it. And a lot of people actually misunderstand what I mean when I say win it. Win it doesn't mean that you are continuing to kill Urel and all of a sudden you're just murdering the lane and you're taking the fort. Win it means that Wooby will win the objective. Because Morenas has to make a choice. Does he take the experience or does he take the control of the beacon? Rexa doesn't have to do that. He can take the experience and push the lane out, and he can also take the beacon control. So the bot lane against Rexa is going to be a loss for Team RageQuit one way or another. They have to win the 4-man therefore, and currently that's not happening. So the only other thing that you can do is start rotating heroes down to the bottom of the map, and they are not doing that. Instead, they are aggressively pushing for the top beacon and are trying to claim this one here, which they finally pull off, but there's 98% already on the progress. Now, this isn't a do-or-die objective. This is all about, well, how much can you get, how much can your opponent get. And even if Team RageQuit is somehow getting access to this, it would be a big wave for Granit Gaming. But they are making 100-0 happen, or 100-18. There's always a little bit that is remaining. But yeah, this is dangerous, dangerous territory. With an objective that one-sided in the early stages of the game, and that quickly too, you are going to suffer a lot. Now, we have at least the taunt ready for Varian, so they can try and go for these kills, but this entire composition is obviously more or less designed to get you kills and then to run the objective and also the map through those kills that you got. But it's not really happening here. We have instead the aggression for the bottom fort, and likely they're going to lose this one now, which means that they don't have a fountain any longer on this lane. And that makes it even harder to secure the next objective. So big value for Granit Gaming, and they are really coming out swinging here on the first map. The last map. The first map of the best of 1. The last map of the best of 5. So yeah. They are just crushing this. And they're even getting damage in here at the front. Misha sacrifices herself. But yeah, this is a level lead nearly. They got the early level 7 talent. Jojo is currently up at the top, and they've even taken the wall here. I mean, they've taken the wall and they're doing damage to the fort now too. So this is just such a good position for Granit Gaming to be in. I don't trust them though. After the games that I've seen from them today, I don't trust them anymore. So even when they are heavily ahead, I'm not sitting here thinking, alright, they got this. Because they fool me once, shame on me. No, shame on you. Fool me twice. Yeah, even my brain can't handle all of this today. So yeah, so they fooled us a couple of times already. But this time I will remain skeptical until they are on the core. And even then, I will still have my doubts after Tomb of the Spider Queen. So 1 kill to 0. And what do we have on the damage? 11,000 for Fear already. Can of course also contribute a bit towards the siege damage that they have here. Bot lane fort melted away, and now they're going through the top too. Yeah, Granit Gaming, at least here on Braxis, they're going through the structures of Team RageQuit like hot butter through cheese. They're just melting them away. The bot lane got destroyed within seconds. They even pushed it forward towards the keep wall. And now at the top, they also reduced it to 50% HP. So these pokes are really successful. And once the next objective is up, I mean, Urel couldn't hold a candle to Rexa at the bot lane when she still had access to a fountain. Now she doesn't even have that anymore. So that's just getting more difficult for them. And of course we're also getting these additional globes for Rexa and his level 4 talent that he's slowly starting to stack here. 1 kill to 0, and yep, there it is. The beacons are getting activated once again. Okay. Here's the opportunity. Urel, by the way, getting attacked by Rexa already, so even before the objective is active, this lane is not looking good for her. There's now at the bot lane, there's a camp, there's a catapult. Yeah, the bot lane is not going to be a thing. Unless the blue team forces one additional hero to deal with Rexa at the bottom of the map, they're going to lose that beacon for sure. And look how close they now are to level 10. So that's an even bigger... Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. They are going to get shellacked here. This is going to become a beatdown if this continues. Yeah, level 10 is really important. They need kills before that. And they're trying. It's the combo with Li Ming. That was even in the days of HGC executed sometimes, that you had Li Ming together with Varian and they were trying to get the kills. But now that level 10 is there, we get the Bestial Wrath. So this time no boars for Rexa. Misha gets a little bit more love. And at the same time, she's been sent to her death. And now they're playing the Ring Around the Rosie game because they're realizing that they're losing this just way too hard. Which allows the top to push against the fort, so that's another problem. Whoopi is about to die, and he dies, as does Stukov. So, kills on each side. And they're also... Ooh, there's another taunt! Quark! He's low, but he's still alive, and they killed Li Ming. Li Ming is dead, they have both beacons, and guess what? It's 100% again. They don't have level 10, they were trying to take the fight, now they lose Shizakid. 4 kills to 1. Unfucking-leavable. Granit Gaming is about to do it again. How on earth? 2 reverse sweeps in a row? Are you shitting me? What? It seems like they're going to actually pull it off. 2 times in a row they're going for the reverse sweeps. Granit Gaming at this point is just insane. Like, how the hell? Reverse sweeps are... what? I mean, if they're not the comeback kings at this point, then I don't know who is. Unless Team RageQuit is now pulling off a bit of a miracle, this could be a disaster. They're not pushing. You know, Durell is not there. Arrow misses. Doesn't hit anything but dead space. A zoning arrow if they also want. And now they're trying to turn it on Varian again. The keep has already taken damage. Renella on the run. He's in trouble. Varian is dying. Misha wants Renella. They lost Urel too. Here's the stun and Misha just solos the shit out of him. It's 4 heroes that have died. Limu is the only survivor. Do they go for core here? They could. They can. They will. They go for it. They got the level 13. Can they end it? That's a different question. We still have everybody coming back for it, but this is just enormous damage in the early game. The core already down to 60%, and they're not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. Granit Gaming going for the W. The second reverse sweep in a row. They pull it off, and they go to Paris. Granit Gaming qualifies for the offline event at the Masters Clash. GG.